What's up, good people? This is the Truth Is podcast, and today we have a special guest by the name of Kaz, which is his nickname. We're not going to give you his government. And we get a lot of feedback from our female listeners about commitment. A lot of our female listeners are looking for a good man, a successful man, and just trying to find out why men don't want to commit. Kaz, on the other hand, he's very successful and he's actually single. And, maybe he can give us some insight as to what he looks for and what men of his status look for. We do have some questions why men don't necessarily commit. So, we're going to start off with the questions and, pick his brain a little bit with Pop. So, Pop, do your thing and let's talk to the people.
Okay, Kaz, welcome to the Truth Is podcast. Kaz.
Thank you.
So, I know of you, but I've never asked you anything about what you do for a living or your age or you have any children. Could you just give us like a light summary?
Yeah, well, I'm of age.
All right.
I got 3 boys and a girl. I got twin boys, they 23, and I got an older son that's 28, and I got a daughter that's 8 years old. I'm in the construction business, I'm in the medical spa business, and I'm in the dispensary business. I'm a farmer, licensed farmer as well. So that's a little background about me.
Okay. So we're talking about commitment. So let me ask you, are you a player?
Nah, not at all.
You're not a player?
I'm not a player.
You just crush a lot?
Nah, I'm not a crush a lot. It's I'm just a regular dude that's just really know what he wants in life and just focus. And sometimes people feel like you got to be a player because you focus on accomplishing your goals and dreams, right? The biggest thing with women, we like transparency. Mm-hmm. So if you're not ready to give yourself, why lie? Just say you're not ready to date. You just rather date. You know what I mean? So it's not me not want to be in a committed relationship. It's just the simple fact of I know myself.
So when you meet a young lady, you tell her, I don't want to be in a committed relationship, and you meet another young lady, and you tell her, I don't want to be in a committed relationship, and you date both of them?
Nah, how it works is basically saying, listen, if you're looking for a good time, I'm the guy. If you're looking for anything more than that, then I'm not the guy. It's not what you do, it's how you do things. And at the end of the day, a woman prefer how you treat them. And if you treat a woman a certain way, she's going to be okay with it. Now, if you start lying to her and making excuses, then you have a problem.
Okay, I have a question. So, how many girlfriends do you have at this current moment?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay, how many female friends do you have? Associates?
I have a few. Mm-hmm. I have a few.
A few.
How many
You
is
don't
a
want
few?
you don't want to put a number on that?
Nah, I don't put a number on it because sometimes you put a number on things, people take it out of character. Sometimes it could come across being disrespectful. Mm-hmm. So I think the most important thing about it is knowing that someone else exists,
So, all of them know about each other.
Everybody don't know about nobody. What they do know is that, I'm a single man, I date, and that I could do what I want to do. And they have the right to do what they want to do. So it's a difference, and that's why people get things misconstrued. Because what happens is when you dating, you dating, right? It doesn't have to say if it's 1, 2, or 5. If you're looking for a man and you want that man to be committed, then you should not date a man that's dated.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So, at what point, or maybe never, would you like to settle down? At what age or where in your life do you see yourself settling down? If there's such a thing for Kaz.
Nah, it's such a thing. I don't think that you could put a time frame on it, right? One thing I'm not afraid of love.
Okay.
Right? So when you're not being afraid of love, you just have to meet someone that's able to bring the best out of you. You know what I mean?
So you haven't found that yet?
I haven't looked for it yet.
Okay. That's different. That's different because if you're not looking, I get it.
You get it?
Yeah, I do get it.
I think I do. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever been in love?
Absolutely. I have been in love.
Okay, so do you mind me asking what happened? Like,
I was in love. Me and a woman lived together. It just didn't work out. It wasn't because something else between me and her. It was she had a child. Her
Okay.
child went through some serious depression issues. So, she had to take priority of to make sure her kid was good. But besides that, I've been in another relationship where, you know, you try it, you date for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and sometimes you and the person just really different. Then when you and the person is different, you know, kind of grow apart. And the biggest challenge that people fail to realize about life is as you get older, you change.
It's true.
And people don't understand when you change, your relationship change, your thinking change. So that plays a part as well. Some people go through different changes and they stay, and the change is not might be the best change for them, but they get comfortable and they don't want to move on to a different
Facts.
change.
Go
That's
on,
true.
this
That's
guy.
very
I
true.
see why you are nice, man. You are damn. I want to.
You want to date him now?
You are.
Are you taking
You,
notes, Pop?
what? I want to be him when I grow up. So let me ask you. You said you had a couple of people you were dating. Do you treat them all equally?
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, right, it's like you can't, if you dating, right, you dating, right? And I'll be very clear on some things, right? Treating people equally is being respectful, right? Now, it's limitations to things. So when you treat someone, because at the end of the day, if you're dating, every woman or every person that come across you, you want to treat them with respect. One thing I guarantee is I'm gonna keep it respectful. Keep it respectful. If you come and see me, ain't no woman coming to my house, ain't nobody's calling me.
You got
that stuff
rules.
not
You
happening.
got rules
It's not
too.
rules. It's about being respectful.
Okay.
So there's no such thing as rules.
Get
It's
it
about
right,
being
Pop.
respectful.
Get it right.
No. He calls it respectful, but it's rules. It's gotta be rules.
Well,
It's gotta be,
So-
it has to be boundaries.
Right.
Which gonna fall in the lane of rules. You're gonna say respect, but there are rules. Don't call my house. Don't come to my house at this certain time.
But see, this is the thing though, right? It's not rules, right? Because, and it's not rules. And the reason why I say that is it's respecting. If me and you dating, right? You just can't come to my house like that. That's just like a friend of mine's. If they're my friend, you just can't go to somebody's house without being
Okay.
unannounced.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
Because at the end of the day,
I get that.
at the end of the day, right? If I'm at somebody's house, I don't want nobody just to come over. If you're just coming over to somebody's house unannounced, that's a very aggressive move. What is your intent? Why are you here? You know what I mean? So you got to keep it respectful.
So, your friend just can't pop up at your house?
Absolutely not.
None of your friends?
Nobody
And I'm not
friends.
just talking about female friends,
Friends are male friends.
male friends.
Friends are male friends. Perfect example. I've been friends with Troy and Adam for many years.
Okay.
I lived in Westchester County, and you could ask them how often, how many times they've been to my own personal house.
Wow. So, okay, so I could respect you and your honesty and you being honest with, whoever you're dating. So why haven't you committed? You haven't found that one yet?
Nah, because I'm committed to myself. I'm committed on accomplishing my own goals. You know what I mean? Everybody's not meant to be in a committed relationship, right? So you got to get to that point where you feel like, yo, you know what? I just want to focus on a relationship because a relationship is work. So that means you have to be able to sacrifice certain things in life.
So you're not willing to do that?
I'm not ready to do that.
You're not ready to do that?
Right.
That's
I'm big on things happening naturally. If a person is meant for you, it's going to happen naturally. It's not going to be no
So-
rush thing to it.
As of now, you have never ran into that one.
Yeah, I have. And I lost some good ones because they wanted to go to the next level and I chose not to.
Wow. So you didn't learn from that? Like, so you meet another woman, it might be that one, and you're gonna let another one get past?
Because I'm not ready.
I got
So if
That's
you
fair.
if you get into something you ain't really ready, you really fooling yourself and fooling her.
I could understand that. I'm glad you know yourself well enough to say that instead of causing hurt.
Wait, why are
Okay,
you so
yeah.
perplexed
You know,
about
I
our
can't take
answers?
Pop.
You always
Yeah.
what? Say
What,
what you gotta
Pop?
say, Pop.
This guy is finessing y'all.
No, not finessing. I think he's being honest. I
Change
can
He
accept.
changed rules to respect, and you guys said, okay.
No. I can respect him being
No, you can-
respectful to whoever he's dating. I can respect the fact that on the very onset, I know that I'm not the one.
So-
that there's possibility that there's others, but when we're together, he's respecting that.
Kaz, you
So,
shim-shamming us?
he-
What is going on?
Because Bobby saying we being shim sham. So
Yeah,
He's
so.
a
Okay, no,
So-
let's go a little bit.
Yeah.
What type of ladies do you like?
I always date successful women that's very secure within themselves, that have their own.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
What kind of mindset do they have?
They have an alpha female mindset. Reason being is,
A
if you
alpha
date
female.
if you date someone that don't have a mindset and have a whole bunch of insecurity ways, then your relationship is not going to develop. Reason being, they're going to look at you as an opportunity. Now, if you're dating a woman that's established and you're established, you're just able to enhance what she got going on.
would you consider yourself an alpha male?
Absolutely.
So you think an alpha female and an alpha male wouldn't bump heads?
Absolutely not, because as a male, you got to know how to be submissive at times too.
Oh, y'all like that. You just won them over. Dang, go on, bro. I'm taking notes. I say I'ma be submissive. What else? What else I gotta say?
Yo,
It's all about respect. When I get home, I got some things from my wife.
wait, but I have a
I'm
question.
submissive
wait,
now.
Wait. Okay, do you spoil all of your friends? I mean, what the?
We don't know what to call your people.
I
His dates.
Your
Listen.
your dates.
Everybody don't get spoiled.
Oh, so.
So
okay.
everybody, so now that's a
Everyone doesn't
different,
qualify to be spoiled.
right? Because this is the thing, though. Everybody does not get spoiled,
Okay.
right? You might have a person that you really like,
Mm-hmm.
and you give her the things that you really want her to have. You know what I mean?
So you got a platinum, a gold, and a silver. Platinum, they get a little bit more. Silver, they might get half and
You
half.
get.
Bronze,
Might get a Happy Meal or something like that, right?
I'll put it like this: you get some
You taking
people.
me to Red Lobster?
Nah, no, we're gonna go out to
Silver.
eat. We're gonna go out to nice restaurants. You might go on to vacation, right? But you're not gonna get nice gifts, because a gift that I give is gonna be a gift that's thoughtful. It's gonna be a gift with meaning.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, when you just buying things and that's meaningless, it doesn't affect the person. So a woman once told me, what comes from the heart actually reaches the heart. So if you're not gonna give something that's not gonna reach the heart, then it's pointless.
oh my goodness.
Oh.
I guess
Yo, Pop.
you guys,
All
I hope
I
y'all wrote
said
down his
is-
rules. Do not come to his house uncalled. Y'all get it?
You might
He is
be
for-
gold, silver, or bronze.
You might
one
be
of them.
gold, platinum.
Oh, platinum.
Yeah,
I'm
platinum,
serious.
gold,
Yes,
silver, or bronze.
Okay, there's four.
It's gotta be degrees to this. It's levels. It's levels to cats. He has levels.
What else is there, Pop? What else?
Oh, you gotta be an alpha. Would you ever
Oh,
talk to
yeah,
somebody lower than an
successful
alpha? No, because they'll be opportunists.
So
They
what's
don't take advantage.
what is an alpha woman? What is she like?
Well, alpha woman, she's, she knows, she have her stuff together. She knows what she want. She's not someone that could easily be pushed over, right? Because at the end of the day, you're not serving no purpose if you're getting anyone that's beneath you. Then it's like you really trying to take advantage of somebody, right?
Okay.
When you get someone that's on the same level as you, they're gonna think someone as you.
Same level. What does that
Same
mean?
level mean like you got yourself together, you got a great job. I don't need this man for anything.
Facts.
So
Okay.
you do
I
have a
have
certain
my
type of
own.
man.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't need this man for anything.
Okay.
That's very important, right? Because now, if I happen to fall in love with this woman
Mm-hmm.
and we want to go to the next level, right? She's able to put 50 cents to my dollar, or I'm able to put my 50 cents to her dollar,
Okay.
right? Now we able to control our money. You know what I'm saying? It's not like somebody go on a spend spree, like, oh, this is what we got. Now we're going complete spending on it.
So you would never be with a woman that, let's say, I don't know, has a job that makes only like $30,000 a year, but she's
that's beneath
alpha.
you?
But she's alpha though.
Never.
Why is that?
I
She
just
don't want
wouldn't.
your money. She don't need your money.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like having somebody that have the money and they know about money. So for me, I'm not trying to date no one that's never been made anything of himself or made their own money, because then they look at you and they just want to go on a spending spree. You know what I mean?
I think that's very, a little arrogant on your part to think that way. That someone who doesn't make that much money cannot, don't know anything about money, or cannot be a good partner to you, or even love you the way you probably would like to be loved, but she just don't have the money like that.
That sounds good,
Well,
right?
that is good,
But-
Kaz. That is
and
good. That's a
listen,
possibility, though, dude.
Let's be honest.
Okay.
A lot of women that's with men that have wealth and they don't have no wealth. Do you really think they love them or they love the wealth?
But you do have some women that's like that. I agree. But then you have some women that are not like that. So you just going to totally exclude those women who are probably good women.
No, I'm just not into the standpoint at my point. I'm not, at this point in time in my life, I'm not at a point where at 43, trying to meet someone that's trying to build them life up. You know what I mean? Or someone that's,
Wait, can I
went
say
through
something?
struggle.
It sounds like Anita and Sonia, that you're trying to find him a date. You're not interviewing him for a date. You want to find why he has commitment problems. You're asking him, why not?
Well, we got to get to
Why
know
not?
the
Why you don't
man.
want somebody
We
that
have
don't
to
have
get
the-
to know him before you can start asking him questions like that.
So you ask it, Bob.
Yeah,
We're
you
not
got all the
asking
answers. You
questions
don't. You
that
don't.
you wanna
yeah,
know.
go ahead. You're the interview
That you
extraordinaire.
like.
Go ahead.
You ask. Go ahead.
Yeah, hit it. Go.
1, 2, 3.
Go. So you showed me a text of a young lady that texted you, and she said she couldn't come see you because you were you was in your committed situation or in your situation. So if they know about each other, why is text like that going? And that's like kind of like
Yo,
controversial.
Kaz looks stuck.
I mean, listen. Nah, it's not that. So, perfect example. Women play games, right?
Right.
So, in hindsight, like, they know, right? But they gonna say, like, yo, I want to see you, but I ain't gonna come and see you because you got a situation. Well, you got a situation too, right?
Right.
So, if you know I got a situation, everybody got a situation. And the people just don't talk about their situation. Everybody got a situation. They either got a good situation, a bad situation, or a real terrible situation.
Right.
But it's a situation somewhere. Unless you're just not doing anything at all. But
you
do
think
people
you
want to
play
talk about their
games?
situation? I don't play games.
What?
I don't play games. Playing games, when you tell somebody what it is, they got to respect that. One thing about a woman, she just want to know the truth. She want to have the option.
That's a lie.
She want to have the
She
option.
does not want to know the truth.
Listen,
A
she
woman
wanna
wants
have-
to be put in a situation, and if you're good enough to make her try to please or try to fit a need, they are nurturers by instinct. So when you put something out there, they're gonna try to change you. They're gonna try to change you. So it's all a game. Whether you're playing the game or you stuck in the game, it's a game.
Well, for
But
me,
I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. I feel like, you treating ladies like they want to be treated. But I feel like the guest saying don't treat them like they want to be treated. Let them expect something else.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay. Tell
It's
me.
a lot of dudes that don't know how to treat a woman. It's a lot of dudes that go in lying to a woman, and she get fed up of that. A woman want to be treated well, and she want to be lied to. So
be
a
treated
lot
well
of
and not
a
be
lot
lied
of exactly. If you treat a woman well and you're not lying to her, y'all can have a great relationship because you give her the option to talk to you or not to talk to you. The problem with men is they don't give women the option. When you take that option away from them and start giving them lies and telling them things that they want to hear, but it's not things that what you really want to give, that's when the problem comes at.
So you don't lie to them, but are you deceitful?
I'm not
Do
deceitful.
you make them believe that there is? So you never have every breakup, okay, don't say breakup. Every ended date always ends with flowers and chocolate because you are honest with them.
Every woman that I ever in my life talked to, dated, went out with, slept with, we still have a great relationship. Why? Because I was honest with them. Now, if they
So-
felt that they want, I give you a perfect example. It's a woman that I dated, and I'm not gonna lie, I have grown to love her, but I wouldn't want to change who I am. She wanted to try to change me, and I've been always transparent with her about who I am, right? And she come to realize after I've been truthful to her, like, yo, listen, this is what it is. You know what I mean? And she said, yo, you're right. You always been honest with me. Now you get some women, it might be a challenge for them because now they feel like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna change him. Why he don't want me? You know what I mean? And
It's true.
so now they might make that for a challenge for themselves. But for me, my challenge is trying to create generational wealth. That's my challenge. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on nothing else. Now, if I have a woman and she come in my life and she fits and she's, for me, then I'm cool with it. And I don't gotta be with 20 different women. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Five
you
or
don't
two,
gotta-
me fine. I don't need to be with 20 either. 5, handful. I'm good.
So okay. So you don't think that how you are and how you are with women can be mistaken as a game or is a game, because women, we're emotional creatures. Okay, so you meet me, there is somewhat of an attraction. You want to take me out. You treat me lovely. Okay, you meet this person, this woman. She comes. I'm gonna put it as me. Okay, you come into my life, right? And me personally, I don't need a man to take care of me because I've been doing a good job of that on my own. Okay, but if I am lacking the attention of a man and desiring the attention of a man and desiring someone to do all that you're doing for me, and now I get emotionally caught up with you, now what? Because some of the women could be experiencing this from you.
Well, then that's up to the woman because
Wow.
I'd be
It's up
very,
to us.
yeah. Because this is the thing, though. I'm telling you what I'm willing to give.
But we're emotional.
Right, but that's up to you as a woman. If I'm telling you something different, then that's a problem. If I'm telling you like, yo, listen, I don't want to go no further with this. We could just be friends. And let me tell you another thing too is, the biggest thing is as a man, I know how to take sex out the equation. I could be a friend, I could lay down next to a woman and don't make it a sexual thing. All right? So some guys don't know how to be a person friend without the sex part. I could take sex out the equation.
Okay.
So when you're not sexually active with the person no more, then it's to the point that,
And
she's
I gotta slow you down because this speech is good. But you can lay down next to a woman and take sex out the equation. So what do you want? She got her own money. She's an alpha. She don't need you for nothing. She comes over when you want her to come over, and you just get on the bed and lay with her without nothing.
balance.
Balance.
Wait, what?
Balance. Let me tell you
Okay,
something.
let me tell you balance. Let me give you
No,
balance.
let me explain
Okay,
to you.
okay.
Let me explain to you, right? Let me explain to you. And this is real thing, right? Relationships, it's all about balance in life.
Right.
Because in our careers, right, some jobs is very stressful. If you coming home and your job is stressful and you coming home and your relationship is stressful, there's no balance in that. If you at work and your job is stressful and you come home and it's peace, and that lady give you balance and she's able to take away everything that you're going through, that's balance.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk natural. When you born, you have some things that just happen natural. You go to sleep. You want to eat, and when you get a certain age, your body tells you, you don't want to just lay down. You telling me balance that. Some days you just lay down and don't sleep.
My brother, let me tell you something.
No, I'm asking.
I'ma
Do
keep
you
it
just
100.
lay down sometimes? Don't.
I've been with women and I slept with them and haven't slept with them sexually in weeks, months.
If I had 5, that would be easy to say. I don't have to lay down because in 2 hours when you leave,
Because it's spent someplace else.
that's like.
But this is the thing though, right?
But I'm saying I don't want to seem like
It's all worn out.
you said I could lay next to a woman and that looked, wow, he's a heck of a man. But that's not true because your balance is. That was number 2. Number 3 is coming. Today is Wednesday. This is sex day for Wednesday. So there's no balance. Balance is if you take all 5 and say, I've laid next to them for 2 weeks and I've not slept with any of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's balance, absolutely. But that's not what you do.
That's not true. How you know
I
that?
know.
But,
You would have said it. You would have sounded better.
no, but I'm asking you a question. See, people always assume. People assume that if you got a lot of women, that you got to sleep with all the women.
Okay.
That's
No.
just that's what people assume,
That would, yeah.
right? Because they be like, oh, good-looking man, he established, he got a lot of beautiful women. Oh, he sleep with everybody. You don't got to sleep with everybody.
Okay.
You can just be a gentleman. But people always assume because they don't date you. When you date a person, then you understand how a person really is. Like, these is facts. I don't gotta lie about it. Like, it's the truth. Like, if we meet a person want to do grown folks thing, we could do grown folks thing. But my focus is completely different. My focus is really about how do I get to the next level. Reason being for me, I made a lot of sacrifice. I was a single dad, raising 2 kids. So my sons never woke up in the house and there was a woman there until they got to 11 years old when I had a woman that was living in my house and we tried to become a family. So it's a difference. So when you make sacrifices and you invested so much, now it's about me. I'm not trying to make a family.
Right.
I was a single dad. So I don't need to try to get into a relationship to build a family. People get into relationships because they want companionship, they want a family, they want a house, they want to get married. That's what people get in relationships for. That's not my focus.
So what do you get into relationships?
Have a good time.
Have a good time.
Have a good time. Everybody got habits. Some people like to gamble.
Right.
Some people like to play basketball. Some people like to go to the gym. Some people like to drink. Me, I like being in the presence of a woman.
That's your entertainment.
That's my thing.
Got you.
And you
And it-
never, guys.
And it doesn't have to be sexual.
It does not have to be sexual.
For 2 weeks.
It can go longer than that.
No, I'm just trying to get. I'm just trying to get.
And that's the truth.
So none of them have ever become emotionally attached.
Yes,
Because that's
yes,
what
that
we
happens.
do. We
No,
become.
But I
happens.
So,
Let me
so
ask
this
this
ain't
question.
a game to you?
No,
I
it's
mean,
not a
It's
game.
not a game to him.
It's not a game.
He has He don't have a commitment problem because he's committed to his money and his career and his children. He is He doesn't have a commitment
Right,
problem.
right, I get
He
it.
just says his entertainment is women. You cannot. And I was having a little difficult time digesting that his entertainment is women. And if you think he's a dog, then he's not the one for you. He wants the one that's okay with it. So my question is, were you hurt before?
Never.
Was it you was never hurt? Like
Never hurt.
Never dated
Never.
someone and they hurt you?
Never heard.
So what caused you to be committed to everything but a woman?
That's the problem. You got a lot of men that's in committed relationships, but they cheat all the time. You got to know yourself as a man.
So you can't be faithful.
He didn't answer my question. He said that, but he didn't answer my question.
No, I could be faithful if I choose to be faithful. If I want to
You
be
don't
faithful,
choose to be.
correct? Because I'm not in a committed relationship, so I have to be faithful.
I got
But when I was in a committed relationship, I was faithful.
you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
do.
people get things misconstrued. They feel like, everybody have their own story, right? And you got some men that's not meant to be married. But
That's fair.
That's true.
But
Some women are not meant to be married.
But they get into relationships and they commit themselves to a woman and they cheating on their wife all the time. So now this woman become heartbroken or she think every man she see, he ain't worth nothing. Then she gonna say to that man like, yo, if you wanted to do you or mess around, why have me involved in this? I'm just the dude that's just,
They need a Kaz in their life.
yo, this is what it is.
So do you think you like a rare breed when it comes to that? Or do you
I-
think
I-
there's a lot of men out there like that?
I mean, I'm sure there's men out there like that, but you gotta be honest about yourself.
Well, I agree with the honesty. I always say, just be honest with the women. You don't want your car keyed and all
That
kind
never
of
happened.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You just got to be honest and give them options,
Yeah.
whether they want to, hang up with you or not. I get that. What would you tell single women out there about dating someone like you?
I would tell them, you know what I mean? Like, just date. If just know what you want in life. If you're looking for a husband, go find a man that's want to outright. Because you got men out there that's gonna say, "Yo, I want to get married." Just then go look for a husband. Don't date a man that's dating. That's just what it is.
What would you tell men out there? Because there's a lot of men. I understand what you're saying, but they play this game like they that man that they want to be booed up and they all of that, but they really you. So how do we figure that out? How do we see that? What is the evidence? What do we look for to
I
determine that? There's no way
can't-
to determine that.
It's no way. Some men just straight up liars. They just gonna lie their way into things. Some men have to play a part or put up a facade like this is something, they want to sell a fake story. That fake story is gonna be that perfect man. And that perfect man is gonna get the woman, because this is another thing too, is right? You got guys that's late bloomers, so they're trying to run the scoreboard up or try to sleep with different women.
Okay.
Right? Then
Sure.
you got guys that started early, right? So for me, I don't need to run the scoreboard up. It sounds crazy, but I've been active since I was 10 years old. So it's not about,
Y'all need water?
yeah.
Y'all need water?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been active since I was 10 years old.
Wow, Cass.
I was 14, I had my first child. I was 14, his mother was 23.
Y'all did the math already.
So,
You was 42, I did the
you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's a whole different mind game. Then
Okay.
my life growing up, my story is just different. I
Okay.
didn't have a childhood. I wasn't playing, I was doing grown people things.
I see.
So when you're doing grown people things, you grow up as a man.
What do you tell your sons?
I don't talk about my past with my sons. What my sons have seen is a man that loves, take his family, put his kids first, put his family first, and work hard. That's what my son's seen. They also seen that me and a mother was not together, and they also seen a man that helped their mother get to the next level. So they understand that just because you don't sleep with a person, but you have kids with a person, you do right by that person.
You can work together.
Because what happens is, if something happened to either parent, that parent going to be a single parent. So they understand that. And that's what they see. And if you see my sons, they alpha males, they loving, they hard workers. One's in a relationship,
I was gonna
and
ask
the
you about
other
that.
one
Yeah.
is just like me. My son Jaden, he
Okay.
want no relationship. He's chasing that money. He got no time. He said, my son Jaden told me, he said he got no time to convince a woman that he likes her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you got me with that, man. You looking at me? You got me.
That's what he said. Then
Well, let me ask
another thing he said, he was with a woman, they had a good time that weekend. He said he cut her off. I said, yo, you did? He said, yeah, Dad. I told her, thank you for the shared experience for the weekend. I said, you said what?
Wow.
I said, thank you for the shared experience. We had experienced some things for the weekend, and I told her, thank you for the shared experience. Now, that's cocky.
Well,
You know what I mean? I would never say
Yeah,
that.
that's too much.
so did she know she was going to be a part of a shared experience?
I have no
See,
idea.
that's the issue right there. That's the problem right there. But let me ask you this question. You have a daughter?
I do.
Do you want her to be involved with a man like you?
I want her to pick whatever she chooses to be.
No,
I want her to be happy.
No, man like you. Do you want her to be like you are?
I want her to be happy.
Wait, what?
Do
No, I
he wants
understand what you're
her
saying, yeah.
to be like him?
Okay.
Pick her relationships, have 3, 4 men that she's happy with.
I want her to be happy. I want her to be happy. Whatever she chooses to do. You get what I'm saying? I want her to be happy.
So you're okay with her just dating a bunch of random?
If that's what she chooses to do.
Let me ask you a question. So, looking at what's the comedian's name? that got 10 kids?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. How you feel about him?
I think that he's a straight up dude. I think that, he's open and honest with everybody because he's having babies back to back. That's something that they choose to do. That's something that he want to do. And the person that he's seeing, sleeping with, that's something that they want to do.
Well, obviously.
You know what I mean? So all these women is doing it, right? Because they probably tired of being lied to. So they know that, hey, listen, you know what? I'm going to have a baby by him. He probably got a nice package together.
I was gonna say,
You know,
yeah.
you put everything in contract, and that's what's going on. So I respect that. I respect the man that's upfront. I don't respect the man that's not upfront.
Absolutely. That's no doubt about that. So,
Stunned. Sonia.
No.
Stunned. So.
Go ahead, Bob.
no, because I understand your point of view. It's very rare. I've never came across a man.
Never, ever.
No, you came
Never.
across them. They just didn't tell you. You probably never.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. So
Yeah.
I
What makes-
respect your honesty. I do. I don't understand the lifestyle, but I respect your honesty about it.
No, I don't.
You don't understand the lifestyle.
I do. He's just not ready to settle down, and he just want to do his thing, make his money, and when that time comes, it'll come. But he's not searching for it. He's not, So I respect that.
Yeah, I can respect that. Like I said that. I can respect the honesty in it all. I can respect the fact that if I got into a relationship with him, that he's gonna be straight up and honest with me, and
get
it
your
gives
money
me
up.
an option.
Gotta
It
get
gives
your
me an
money up.
option.
You
This
can't
is
make
what I would do.
30,000.
Make sure your
though.
money
You gotta
is
make-
Oh no,
up.
I
No,
definitely
no.
gotta make more than 30,000.
No, you good.
Yeah, I'm
you
good.
You fit the
Got it.
criteria. Yeah, she fits the
You
criteria.
study the rule book.
Yeah,
The all rules.
I get
Okay.
it. Go ahead.
So, Cass, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you.
sharing your life story on Truth Is. We appreciate you coming. We appreciate your transparency, your honesty. I think we've learned a lot here.
It's been
Pop, have
very
you learned?
interesting.
Yeah.
What? I got a booklet. Got a booklet.
Yeah. Nah, listen, I'm a real believer, right? In life, you gotta live your truth. When you don't live your truth, you live your life in fear. I fear no one. I fear
Okay.
nothing. So
Okay.
by living my truth, people just gotta respect that. If you can't respect it, you don't gotta deal with it.
You move on.
You keep it moving.
You won't be part of the tribe.
It's no tribe.
There's no tribe.
It's no tribe.
Harem.
Neither.
Wrap it up, Sonia.
All right, good people. We thank you for listening to this episode. If you have any questions for Kaz, please email us at truthiz1311@gmail.com. Again, it's truthiz1311@gmail.com.